So we did two stories that are related to Burisma executives coming forward to provide evidence that Joe Biden took a bribe for $5 million. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back. So, it seems that the more and more evidence that comes out against Joe Biden for criminal wrongdoing, the more the Democrats throw indictments at Donald Trump. It's like a war they got going on back and forth. We have Democrats out there, and I include the misinformation, fake news media liars who support the indictments, who claim that the phony, bogus, so-called evidence that they have against the former president is the worst thing that we've ever seen yet. But they completely ignore the actual criminal evidence against the current commander-in-chief. It leads you to believe that they are throwing indictments at Trump to get the bribery accusations off the headlines. And that means everybody involved is a lump of scumbags. It seems like they're all saying to themselves, we got away with the Hunter Biden laptop story by blaming it on Russian disinformation. So now what we'll do is we'll just throw indictments constantly at Trump, and, the feeding frenzy will begin, and they'll forget all about the fact that we have actual evidence coming in against us. Okay, so the first story we did was Rudy Giuliani on Newsmax, where he told Rita Cosby that he has a witness, the chief Burisma accountant who wants to testify about Biden family crimes. On Saturday morning, Giuliani dropped a bombshell of information, as he is used to doing. For some time now, Rudy has told the American people that the Biden family was into foreign pay-for-play schemes, and on Saturday, he told Cosby that he has a witness who was eager to testify concerning Biden family crimes. This witness, Giuliani said, has transaction records from Biden's bank account. He's got the receipts, folks. Rudy said, quote, "It's extraordinary. I gave them one witness that any investigator would jump through hoops to go to. Gave them a witness who is a woman who was the chief accountant at this crooked company, Burisma. She was the wife of the former owner who died under suspicious circumstances, and she was willing to give up all of the offshore bank accounts, including the Biden's accounts. He supervised the transfer of a lot more cash to the Bidens and other crooked politicians for Burisma." Cosby then asked the former mayor if he was confident that now the House committee is going to get to the bottom of it. Rudy responded with something I think was pretty shocking when I read it. He said, "The reality is that we gave it to them in January 2020, the FBI. And the Pittsburgh U.S. attorney was very interested. And then in a very strange move, Barr, that's Bill Barr, took it away from him and gave it to the U.S. attorney in Delaware. He didn't do a damn thing about it. And the woman was under threat of death. So we tried to put pressure on them to do something." Democrats and liberals scream all the time that they got to get Trump. We got to get Trump. We got to get Trump. He's a criminal. That TDS level 7. And yet they either don't care to listen to or learn, or they just don't care that we have real evidence. Not that phony crap they always throw against Trump, but real crimes here and real evidence. And yet the same people in the FBI, the DOJ, and the criers, they're all covering for the criminals while going after an innocent man. The second story we did today was Chuck Grassley, the senator from Iowa, said that a Burisma executive kept 17 audio recordings of Hunter and Joe that are related to bribery. It's related to the first story that we did, the $5 million each. Chuck Grassley on Monday revealed that the Burisma executive, who allegedly paid Joe and Hunter bribe money, kept 17 audio recordings of their meetings as an insurance policy, citing FBI FD 1023 form on which the Bureau briefed congressional legislators. Grassley is known in the Senate going after people in government who are corrupt, and he doesn't give a damn what party you're from. He never did. Folks, it looks like the Biden crime family is running out of time. Did you notice that there's an opposite thing going on here between the DOJ and the Trump legal team? I'm talking about how the Trump lawyers want to push forward and have a trial as soon as possible, while the DOJ is trying to slow walk it. That's not what normally happens. Normally, defendants who are guilty try to hold off going to prison as long as possible. They don't go running at the DOJ demanding to have the trial quickly. And normally, the Department of Justice, when they claim that they have all the evidence they need to go to trial for a conviction because they sent out indictments, they normally want to have a trial quickly so they can get it off the docket. But we're seeing the exact opposite here. Now, that leads me to believe that It's because the DOJ doesn't have jack squat on Trump in these bogus indictments. And they're trying to stretch it out at least through the Republican primary election. So if Trump loses the primary, then this all goes away. But if he wins the primary, then these slime balls in the DOJ and the White House will continue to go all the way up to the 2024 election. Now, the reason why Christopher Wray, the disgraced FBI director, has been slow walking this investigation into the Bidens is not because the FBI is protecting Joe Biden. They're protecting Barack Obama. Okay, so Grassley took to the Senate floor and released what he said to be a redacted reference to that FBI-generated FD 1023 form that charges a criminal bribery plot between then Vice President Joe Biden and a foreign citizen involving influence over U.S. policy decisions. In other words, Joe took a bribe to change U.S. policy to favor the foreign government. Now, here's the kicker that you won't hear from the fake news media is that Joe Biden as vice president did not have the authority or the power to change foreign policy of the United States. Only President Barack Obama did. And that's why the FBI is protecting Barack Obama, because Obama to the Democrats is their Ronald Reagan. Now, this source went on to say that the Burisma CEO suggested he pay the Bidens $50,000 each, to which the Burisma executive replied, not $50,000, $5 million. And according to the evidence, that was $5 million for Joe Biden and $5 million for Hunter Biden. According to a person familiar with the document, the Burisma CEO told this confidential human source that that's how much it was. Now, who knows if justice will ever be seen, because we're dealing with people that no longer believe in due process and no longer believe in the rule of law or the Constitution. I mean, that's what our DOJ is being run like under Merrick Garland. And Chris Wray is just protecting everybody in D.C. that's establishment. So the FBI is no longer a law enforcement agency. It's an intelligence agency, and they don't abide by any timelines anymore, anything that a law enforcement agency has to go with. And that's how they're getting away for covering for Joe Biden. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Every day I'm looking for a way to return to the time when everything was easy to learn. Don't know when it started to get so serious.